Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yesterday, if you watched the video, you saw me discuss about kind of the craziness of what is happening in EU qualifier 5 right now, with K Corp not making top 16 and the chaos that has happened. But rather than just hearing about it and seeing the results, I figured we would actually look into why it exactly happened. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. A user on YouTube by the name of Arcane took the match between Karmine Corp and Top Cougars in the game 5 that they ended up losing and giving just the highlights. So rather than watching like an hour of gameplay, we have a quick highlight 10-minute 45-second video, just the match for Top Cougars in their best of 5. And we're going to try to see what is happening or where the breakdown is happening. If you guys enjoy the content, like, subscribe, notifications. If you want to see me do more replay analysis and breakdowns, let me know in the comments down below. So that's it. Let's jump into it. Let's see what we got. So this is in the first 40 seconds of the game. And yeah, it's pretty clean. So like really easy play in the midfield here. Rise, again, keeping it close. He's trying to force a 50. He's using all that boost. Usually when that happens, and like from a Tao's perspective, he can sweep in and try to put a shot or put pressure on target because he knows low boost, especially with a new like circle individual or visual. But now they've got two committed to the quarter with no boost. They're both kind of sitting at a standstill. So there's problematic issues there, but that's how K Corp plays. They play super aggressive and in your face. Third in rotation comes in, or is it just Rise who sits in the midfield? Rise just waits for this one to develop, and then he gets that top right. Oh no, he sweeps through and gets a pad. So, okay, as expected. Nothing crazy in the first 40 seconds. Off the kickoff. Not the best touch. Relating wave gets a relatively good block. They force another 50 in midfield, and then he just gets beat to the ball. Whose challenge is that on the back line? So Itao slow plays that, trying to force a 50, which isn't the worst idea. And then they just lose two 50s in a row. Ground pitch to the outside for Acro. Off backboard shot, even with a demo. Yeah, nothing crazy there. Backboard defense wasn't anything special. Acro actually doesn't want to hit that. So this is actually a mistake from Cougars. Like Acro is trying to boom this across. Usually you would want to take a soft touch, but if he tries to soft touch this and it bounces and it stays in the midfield here, then you might get challenged and 50'd. But if you can play it to the sidewall soft and then just force 50-50s, it'll allow his teammates to get back into rotation and make some saves. He does manage to get the outside boost, but even with the demo, it doesn't matter. Like that little bit of extra time buys time for relating wave. Okay, we then jump another minute and a half ahead. Did he just miss this? Yeah, Tao just whiffs. So challenge off the sidewall, gets pinched. He can't get the second touch over the top. Atao's got plenty of boost, and he just misreads it. Okay, it's just a mistake on defense. So far, a majority of it has been Atao's. Atao has lost a few challenges and mechanical mistakes. Hard flame. Appreciate the follow, man. And Dave too. Double kickoff. They try to go for the bot kickoff. We've seen them do it a number of times. If you guys aren't familiar with the bot kickoff, basically one person hard cheats. Atao's going to get to this first, I'm pretty sure. It's supposed to hit this guy and then bounce out this way to where Rise is waiting and then immediately redirects. It's called a bot kickoff because that's how bots play in like season mode. It's the kickoff they go for. Okay, it was Rise who's supposed to get to it first to a delayed Atao. Tira's aggressive cheat up, realizes he can't get to it, so he goes back. But Acro upfield, did they just play aggressively off this? Acro doesn't go for the kickoff. He trusts his back line and then he just turns on it. Good for them. Like Cougars off that kickoff counter it really, really well. Acro gets midfield boost and then they just put him on a dime on a pass. And like, yeah, Atao's super close to a demo there, but again, this game just hasn't had a chance to settle at times. It feels like very chaotic. Two follow-up pressures have been solid, and they're just not going to go up for it. That's actually a super unselfish play. Like, credit to Cougars here, man. So, into the corner. Atao misses again, so that's now 2 players for 1. Into the midfield, they pop it up, so that's him checking back and making a save. Rise isn't able to rotate through. What is Rise's rotation here? So Rise, you're going to see him rotate through here in a sec. Where is he? So he's on back post. So Rise is in a really ugly situation. Like the rotational play here is actually a mishap. Vatir's already going back wall. Tao's probably going to go near post to low. So Rise is kind of in a weird position. Realistically, if they really want to commit, Rise could go for an aerial to disrupt this. But Vatir is also back wall. The whole point of if you're on the ground is to force it high above the net. Like the people on the ground want to challenge first because net is scary, backboard is safe. So you want to challenge low and aim high if you can. So that plays out. Rise actually slows down his positioning. He's still trying to keep some momentum for the challenge. But Vatira should get this. So where's Vatira? What happened? Vatira's on back wall. Oh, he just falls off. Why did Vatira just go high? What? Why did Vatira just not stay high? You're too low. And he even pops it up. Like, Tao did what he was supposed to. Tao got underneath it. He popped it up. And Vatira should have backboard clear. You can either play it into the corner where it's safe. You can keep it close and buy time. Or you can try and clear it downfield. It's weird for that to fall apart. I mean, good pressure and unselfish play from Cougars as well to play an additional touch there. Chip down in the midfield. Seamus with a back pass. Nobody's there. It's just a free shot. Double. Yeah. Good pressure on the counter. Seamus trying to go for a back pass. He wants to play that to the outside, but it just gets away from him. Again, a lot of times in those touches, just keep it close. Just drive next to it, and when they go to challenge, just 50 it. So Cougars takes game 1. Is this a result of the format? No, this has nothing to do with the format. Okay. Literally the first 5 seconds into the game, it's just off kickoff, and they score. All 3 players, like, one was afraid to challenge backwards towards their own net. They double commit on a hard cheat, and they get punished for it. Wave gets a little greedy going for the boost in the corner. Instead of taking pads and trying to cut closer. But yeah. They got punished for a hard cheat. Off the back wall. Seamus around 1. And then good placement. Usually K Corp is in a better position to challenge this, but is this another... Is this a kickoff goal or not? It might be. Spacing wise, Cougars is doing a good job spreading the field. They got people able to hit different directions. But having this much space and nobody challenging, like Seamus did that with like no boost. So maybe they caught him on rotation on the way back. Pass across. Wave is going to go up. There's the frame drops they were talking about. That clear doesn't say close to the wall, so it ends up going out midfield instead. So he's low boost. He goes up for an aerial. This touch either needs to hit here and hug the wall, or it needs to go somewhere in this area. Otherwise, it's going to pop it in the midfield. But his hit, it's sidewall and then immediately recenters. And then Rise is sweeping through really weird. Like Rise was trying to get those pads. Vatir should be in position, and he's hugging. Like Vatir should be rotating wide and staying here so he can cover here as well as come across with boost. But he's like cheated really hard. So I don't know if he just didn't expect that sidewall touch. Where's Vatira? Why is Vatira rotating near post? He rotates near post and then like brake checks and turns around. Kind of weird. Good pass to the outside. Acro with a double. Is it clean? Dude, it looks like K Corp. Like I want to say K Corp, you just seem boost starved and out of position, but like both Atao and Vatira have 100 here. Atao gets called off, so this pops high. Atao has a chow to put a body in the way, but he gets called off. Rise misses because he's low boost, and then they punish for it. A lot of it seems like it's a boost issue too. Atao looks lost here. So he turns with pads, right? He's trying to move up and put pressure. He recognizes, hey, okay, I'm too far away. I can't get a play on this. Rise is low boost, so he's trying to move in, get backboard as quickly as he can. Barely misses because it's an awkward touch behind him. Like, he has the right decision, but then they get punished for it. I mean, the polish just isn't there. from K Corp. Things that you would normally see. Hey, they operate really smooth and aggressive and all these things, you know, set up. Like, credit where it is right now is top Cougars are controlling the pace of this game. They're controlling boost for the most part from, again, the highlights that we're seeing. Came from Melstroy's stream. He even commented on yours. Thank you. Double save. Drop down. That's a cheeky touch. And okay, so this is going to rotate out. It's going to be challenged in the mid. Good cutoff by Rise. Immediate pressure forces a double commit, which should be punished. Rise can either play this backboard to himself or he can play a soft touch over to Vatira who's coming in as long as it's communicated. He could even fake this if he wanted to. It's just get a touch around. Vatira plays it low. Good heads up play. They tie it back up. It's a good play. Again, this should be a goal every time from K Corp. If they're forcing an issue and forcing a double commit, means they have advantage. And they denied the corner from the top right. He was literally donating $1,000 to nice streamers. No, he was begging for attention and said he was going to commit suicide. Get out of here, dude. Did you just get faked on the kickoff? Did they lose on the kickoff fake? Another double commit on the... They're trying to go for that bot kickoff and they're getting punished for it. Like, good for top Cougars on countering some of these kickoffs. Double? Bang. God, that was so clean. This is what I expect K Corp. This is what more I expect out of K Corp. Vatira goes sidewall, has space on the play, like he's delaying the play, gets past one, drops it off to a player who's pre-jumping, and they put it away. That's the K Corp I expect every week. Off-ball play, shadowing for your teammate, like, it's not the format's fault, Fishafu. You guys can understand, like, all this conversation about the format being the problem. It's not the format's fault. They lost as the number 1 or number 2 seed. They lost against matchups that they should have won. They then lost to 2 teams who are outside of, like, top 10 qualification points. And you're trying to blame one bad day. No, you've had multiple matches. You've had multiple chances to qualify. Like, you can't blame the format for the results. Now, do I agree that there should be a level of security for top teams? 100%. But there is no excuse for one of the best teams in the world that many argue, a team that placed top 4 at a major, should be losing to the likes of SA and top Cougars. And no disrespect to those teams. By all means, there's tons of depth and a lot of competition. I do agree that the format should provide some security to organizations from a competitive and a business standpoint. But, like, they lost and are now having 2 below average performances. Do you think they are deserving to go to the major if they lose and go out in quarters and they don't make the event at all? They've had 2 poor results. They are not performing like a top 4 team. So to say it happened in one bad day is not true because they performed poorly 2 weeks ago as well. Wow. That 0-second goal is clutch. That's such a good play from Vatira, too. Too many people would try to boom that into a pass, but he challenges slow on the 50, then goes low. That's so good. So they tie it back up. Okay, chat. It's been a fight, and credit to Cougars for keeping it close. There's pressure on the line, but like they're playing it well. They've realistically, guys, most of the goals have happened from K Corp's kickoffs. Understand from a widespread kickoffs with K Corp were crazy. They were the first ones trying set pieces. They were the first one trying to really implement a set piece kickoff with the bot kickoff and stuff, and they were rewarded heavily in the first split for it. People are now used to it. People are now studying their style. People are seeing they are at the top, and this is what we need to do to counter them. And let's put it into reality. Cougars has done that multiple times in this replay, where they have shut down the bot kickoff and gotten a goal out of it. At least twice now. What? Good save by Vatira. That was crazy. Into the midfield. Are they going to turn this? Wow, okay. So, game 3, by the way. Okay. Game 3, we are 34 seconds into this game. Shot by relating wave. Vatira stops out on the line, gets it to the outside. We then jump into 4 minutes of overtime. So for the next 4.5 minutes, nothing. Overtime, again, another 4 minutes, nothing. And then Atal probably hits the ceiling shot. Over the top. Pass over. Vatira placement. He's got one more. There you go. So a 1-goal game. After, what? 9 minutes and 19 seconds of gameplay they score. 1 goal. 1-0. In game 3. That's to put them at match point. So they've now got 2 extra lives to close this series out. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Okay, a minute goes by, so you've probably seen possession change twice. Once off the kickoff, a little bit of pressure from winning midfield boosts, and then it's transferring back the other way. Acro, flip reset over Atal. No. Keeps the pressure. He tries to force it and extend. Rise goes backboard and he just gets beat to it. Low boost again. It seems to be a boost problem. A lot of times they're just barely off the mark because they don't have boost. Spacing from Cougars has been pretty solid. Taking time, going for an air dribble bump. Doesn't connect. What's waiting to do? Good control. That 50's okay. Good placement. Initial assessment of this. Cougars is doing a really good job of boost starving KC. They're denying their kickoff strategies and they're spacing. They're doing a really good job of spreading on the field. Case in point, Acro far, Seamus near, and then you've got one at the top of the box or at the 50. So you've got every angle covered. As long as they rotate through, they can deny both boosts. They can suffocate. And Vatira and Atal are both boost starved. So Rise probably had to move out of rotation to go get a midfield. So yeah, they are suffocating and doing a great job of applying pressure. Rise probably, where's Rise? He's now coming through because he got the back left, or the middle mid doesn't sound right. The left mid if you're looking from Cougar's perspective. So he had to break out of rotation to find support. The Cougars is doing a good job. Like halfway through game 4, they're up 2-0. Maybe another kickoff goal here, assuming this is staying in the highlights. They deny the kickoff again, and then Acro just individuals. Yeah. They have conceded like 4 or 5 kickoff goals. You can see nerves from Vatira as well, biting and chewing his nails. Through possession away here, good 50. No pass, just a clean hit on target. And wow, what a placement! I'm surprised that goes in. Usually on plays like this, you would see like a pass play or a setup. So after Rise, like Atal would try to set up Vatira. Like it depends on if this mid boost goes up. If Vatira grabs this mid boost and then goes for a play, and then he like passes it up, and then they backboard, and then Atal's got a free shot, but he just bangs it top right. Seamus doesn't have any boost to get to it. What a placement! So a little bit of life, down by 2 still. That's just a crazy shot from midfield. Like. And then they lose. Okay, so now it's game 5. Good turn. Over to Vatira. That's backboard. He's got to read. Misses it. Doesn't matter. It's how it's still there for the follow-up. Nice shot. Okay, so they're up by 1. 52 seconds. Again, this has been a very competitive game. If anything, this should put some credit to Top Cougars. Which again, they've only had one event with Seamus. Like, yeah, they didn't have the greatest results the previous week, but Seamus is a new addition. Wow, what a response too from Cougars. Immediate pressure off of that. It gets denied. So remember, they scored 52 seconds. Immediate next kickoff. Crazy play right in front of their net. Rise makes a good save. Another 50 midfield. Great play by Atao. Super aggressive challenge. They get a free shot. No way. They take the risk. That is so confident from Top Cougars. Okay. Atao tries to play this infield, right? Atao, he could slow this down and force a 50. Seamus just aggroes it his last back and it pinches the other way. So clutch, right? Goes the other way, goes high. And the player on the back end, Acro, just goes and plays bully ball and just bumps that last player and opens it up to tied up. That is such a risky play, but the fact that it plays off and the reward for it is hype. It's so hype. 25 seconds left. Great play from Acro. What happened here? So this is what? Kickoff and then brought back the other way. Atao tried to wall pinch this, it looks like. So kickoff. I wish they would have just kept it in. So Atao goes for a wall pinch and it pinches back towards his side. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think he wanted to pinch it the other way. And you've got two players low boost rotating back. So Atao just messed this up. Luckily it bounces high, so they're okay. Atao then steals boost from Rise and now he's boost starved. Man, Atao making some pretty iffy decisions. They bump into each other. You guys see that in the corner? So Atao gets midfield boost. He's rotating back. Rise is trying to rotate out. Someone needed to go up, and it looks like Vatira called for it. So Vatira is supposed to be going to back wall here. Rise goes to get boost. Atao takes that boost as well. They bump into each other. Seamus got a bump on Vatira, I think. Let's watch Vatira. Yep, Vatira gets bullied out of the way as well, so he just tries to put a body up. Dang, dude. They try to go for another kickoff. It doesn't work. Doesn't matter. It still kicks out. Big 50. They get past one. Another bump. And they lose. That is crazy. Again, like... So that's the end of the replay for that. But if I'm looking at this, right, couple things to take away. One, good on Top Cougars. The Top Cougars did some really good things. They suffocated. Their spacing was really solid. And they really shut down K-Corp's kickoffs, which can be absolutely lethal. Boost starvation was probably the biggest one. You could tell numerous times that there was problems with their boost consumption. And like, call it what it is. K-Corp plays a pretty risky play style. You never want to really poke one player, but Atao, based upon some of those highlights, also made some questionable decisions. And we're obviously missing a ton of gameplay, but yeah, like, it's competitive, man. It's competitive. I think Top Cougars, more credit to them. They had an opportunity. They took it. They took some risks and were rewarded for it. So, a couple of those kickoffs go the other way. We've got a different story. But yeah, crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. We'll do more of these potentially in the future if you like them. And we'll try to get the actual replay files as well so we can kind of see the full thing. But we're just going off with the quick stuff. But gonna do it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.